if I leave it open, they can book tours. You know, and once they pay for the tour, it's a pain to have to refund the money.
Right. So that's why right now I don't want to, you know, I've got those already signed up and trying to sell as best as I can.
Okay, I'm going to make a right turn here on Roxbury Drive, one of the most famous streets in Beverly Hills.
Yep.
Many celebs have lived here since the 30s, and I'm going to show you a couple right now. One of the most famous composers in the history of the world, and I'm not exaggerating, lived right here. By the way, this was Ira Gershwin's house. The house right here, 1019 Roxbury Drive, was George Gershwin's house.
Oh, wow.
I mean, it doesn't get any better than that.
No.
Top.
That is beautiful.
He died of a sudden brain tumor at age 38, at the top of his game. And he was always followed by the paparazzi, and he was a real superstar. George Gershwin died right there.
I love his
In the
music.
60s, Rosemary Clooney lived there with Jose Ferrer, her husband. Remember him?
Yeah.
He was great. And her nephew came and stayed with her in the late 70s.
Mr. Clooney.
George has launched his career.
Yeah.
I wonder who lives there now.
38.
Wow.
38. He had a brain tumor. Yeah, total superstar.
He was a talented man.
He was.
Okay, let's see. Here we go. Got a few more here. Coming up on your left, you'll see a brick house here. That was the next one. Jimmy Stewart's house to your left, right there. And right here where those guys are in the yard, that was Lucy's house. She lived there with Desi Arnaz. After she and Arnaz divorced, she kept the house and lived there with Gary Morton.
Okay.
Remember him?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a beautiful home too.
Yeah, that was Lucy's house. She died in 1989. Matter of fact, one of the most famous superstars, movie stars of all time died in 1989 as well. You know, can you remember who? Betty Davis.
Oh, Betty Davis, my favorite.
Another one that's like way up here. Yeah, she died in 89.
How old was she?
Betty Davis?
She was old.
I think she was about 80. I think she was 81
Oh.
when she died. She died in Paris. She flew to Paris. She was dying, so all these countries were giving her like awards. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was like doing the tour. Okay, look to your right, everyone. This property here that has the Buddhas in front, can you see it?
Yeah.
This was Elvis Presley's house.
Oh,
Yeah, he spent a lot of time here, and he used to ride his chopper. He owned this house at the time of his death. He wasn't here all the time.
Wow.
When he came, he did spend a lot of time in LA, more than people realize. And this is where he lived. Oh, this is all one house. Look through. Closer you can look up.
At that. Wow.
Yes. Oh my.
Now look to your left. This is really interesting. This is the house right here, this property, this entire block here, where Michael Jackson died. This is the house Jackson was renting for $25,000 a month. And I believe that Jackson rented the house because who was he married to before?
Presley's daughter.
No, not Priscilla.
No, Presley's daughter.
Lisa Marie.
Yeah.
So he rented that house because he knew that Elvis had lived across the street. And that's what makes sense to me.
Yeah.
This is where the ambulance pulled in when, remember this?
Yeah.
When Michael Jackson died, June 29th, 2009.
Yeah.
They get into
We've got
the
a few more
drugs.
and I'll turn around and come back, okay?
Nobody tells them to get into drugs.
It was his fault he died. No one
yeah?
else. No one else but his
I'll
own.
show about 6 more homes and
Fault.
turn around and go back to
So much
Rodeo
damn
Drive.
money, they don't know
Let's
what
go
to
into
do
Bel Air for a little bit. You guys like this part of my tour?
Yeah.
Let's keep it going then a little bit.
Oh, nice.
Now that person in Florida can move over here.
Who?
That person that won
Oh, I hear you. The one who won the
the
thing.
The
Powerball
Powerball. She can live anywhere in the world.
was 600 million.
That was my
Billion.
van that I drove when I worked for
Over
him.
$500 million.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my personal tour bus for 2 years. That one that guy was driving.
Oh my God.
Mercedes Sprinter.